Holy frick, as the major does continue this weekend, guys, we are in tune for some great Call of Duty, what some people are calling the best series of the entire season so far, what some might even say in CDL history over the past 2 seasons. I'm not sure I believe the latter of that, but what do you guys think as the Empire and OpTic did face off in a couple of hours after me recording this? Well, matches do continue. We are probably in store for some great Call of Duty continuing, but yes, of course, what better showdown than to go to a Game 5 Round 11 than OpTic versus Empire. In case you guys missed it, though, I gotta quickly say, when it comes time for the best series in CDL, the past 2 years history, I gotta still go with the old OpTic OGLA versus Chicago Huntsman. The impacts of that game, and of course it being during champs as opposed to a major, this is certainly Empire versus OpTic just late last night was one of the best series I have seen so far, probably a top 3 for me in CDL, but the #1 spot is going to be hard to break. They did give it their best though, because I mean, you got some drama thrown in there, a little control round 5 lobby crash. You're like, what's expected that besides that from Call of Duty?
The wall holds, the defense is brilliant, and it gets us to a round 5. Both teams undefeated on raid control. One more round. That is no longer a conversation, but the best play here from Envoy is he is just lurking around apartment, making plays. Ow. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That shot punch is deadly. Looking at controls for round 5, Dallas 2-1, Chicago 3-0. I think 2 of those for OpTic are on checkmate. Right? I think that's 2 of the times we've seen that. It looks like okay.
I have no idea. Okay. All right. So I believe the lobby crashed. As you can see, kind of, I don't know if it was a connectivity issue or what exactly happened there, but we'll have to wait and see from the admins what the deal is. Hopefully it's as simple as tallying up who would have had offense and defense. If no one had streaks, you just play one round. But we got to figure it out. Sorry, I mean this. It's a crazy control going to a round 5, and unfortunately, we've got some stuff to figure out on our side. But we'll be back as quickly as we can with a couple as decisions seem sometimes. Joe, you worked in League Ops. It's always a nightmare to figure it out. Talk to both teams, make sure everyone is on the same page and get it solved. But yeah, some sort of connectivity issue going into the round 5. There we're tied up 2-2. I mean, if no one had streaks, it makes sense to me as play around and put the team on the right side that they should be on based on kills. But I don't know what the conversation is. As soon as we get an update, as soon as we're told, we'll let you know. But
and in case you guys missed Clayster's tweet, he said, if I'm Dallas, I'm pissed that we don't have trophies for a round 5 offense. Those, of course, did reset. They did not have them then for that replay. Accuracy responding, others agreeing with Clayster, saying, honestly, should have started on opposite sides, let the time run out to get trophies back, and then play after the side switch. A tough situation. And after that, of course, if you guys missed the replay as well, OpTic goes on to win that. They also snake an S&D during the series, but Empire just dominate the hard points. So we go to a Game 5 S&D, and couldn't have asked for much less out there. Of course, when OpTic take that control, you're thinking, if somehow Empire lose the series based off that replay and the lack thereof of trophies, you're maybe expecting Crimsix to take off on Twitter, and maybe justifiably so in that argument. Luckily for Empire, not needing to complain because, well, S&D was nuts to watch. What better way to finish an amazing series than to go to Game 5, Round 11, and a man like Hoot continue to shake things up throughout the entire series. Here's what you guys missed.
Case due to Hook's monster game. You did it once, can you do it again?
Still have the artillery on Hook. Maybe they forgot about it. We'll see. I imagine he's just going to try and put them in a couple of places. You don't want to waste it, obviously. Well, you don't want to not use it.
Starting to move their way up inside the site. Ashy nearly spotted Shotzi for just an instant, but Shotzi doing a good job just kind of shouldering this, making sure he gets info. Nate will delay for a second now. Here comes the artillery. Let's look at the white arrows and see who has to scatter. I think it's mostly going to be Envoy that repositions for a moment. We'll see if that has much impact, because I've been awaiting that one-on-one between him and Illy on the top side of the map. Envoy able to win it. Formal's gonna go down. 3 versus 3. 30 seconds to go. And Hook is just lurking. Did Hook find it? Great timing. Oh, he might just get right in behind.
No way.
He might get right in behind. Everything might fall apart here for OpTic. It's Hook. Of course it's Hook. One more drops for OpTic. Hook can't finish the second though. 2 versus 2. And they line up Shotzi and Crim. They get the kills. They get the defuse. They take the round 11 and Empire. They move on.
I mean, Guy, my oh my. It's just like Hastro and the Empire have not lost since his tweet. I think it's only been one series, but there might be a powerful statement there. Can you only imagine? I think today now we have OpTic in LA. I mean, the matchups are going to continue. The storylines after this past week, I mean, by golly, they sure have continued. I agree with Octagon Man over here. It's going to be tough to compete throughout this season with that series we just saw. And despite all that, of course, Crimsix had to take to Twitter about this. The OpTic boys as well saying GG, the lower bracket run has now begun. But Crimsix had to mention the non-existent Scump beef, by the way, more so going after the OpTic fans. As he says, my mentions, LOL. Scump and I dropped the beef. Can you please just love me again? Can't we just be friends? Psych. Kyler best in the game, and I'm the lightest motherfricker on the planet to carry. P.S. Intense our series. Those are the series why we compete. Defend the throne. Whew, man, it's gonna be a great next 48 hours, guys. I'm actually very excited. It's amazing that the storylines, the drama, everything built up for COD matches, and now everyone's on the lookout for owners to tweet. Like, of all things out there, we are just hoping for some great matchups. Those matchups we will get, and there's a lot of eyes on the Twitter timeline during these matchups. What do you guys think? I gotta ask you the question. Throughout this season, what's been your favorite series? Throughout the entire past 2 seasons of CDL, what has been your favorite series? Certainly a top one out there, and you expect nothing less from OpTic and the Empire. What do you guys think? Until next time, take a big old sip of coffee, all right? I'll catch you guys back here, I am sure, sometime very soon. Until then, you know it. Take care.